Okay.
Team Barton head coach Jason Simpson, the team coming off a victory over Gardner Webb this past weekend at home. Now they're going to hit the road. They're going to play Western Illinois this week. The team is once again receiving votes in the polls now, 3-3 overall, 1-1 in league play. So, Coach, thoughts on your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, good. Good job at home, homecoming. We had a good crowd. It's a good day, a lot of events. I saw for about 3.5 quarters that we played well. We played complimentary football. All three phases were playing pretty well. Um, don't like how we finished up the game. Give them credit. They had two late scores. Made at one time it was 35-3, but you got to play for 4 quarters. But like I said, we did some good things. We didn't turn the ball over. We got a turnover. We were able to be fairly balanced in the run and pass. And so I think we held them to 1 of 12 on third down. So, and limited some big plays, especially first 3 quarters. So, good team win. And then
You,
now we move on to this week.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Do
No.
you feel we talked to this a little bit last week? I know you said this after the Kennesaw State game. Do you feel like this momentum going now that things are starting to click the way you want to?
Well, you'd hope so. I still think we're still, you know, finding out some different things about ourselves. There's some things that are starting to come into place for us. But every team's different. It's not the same from last year, the year before. So hopefully we'll keep moving in the right direction. And now you got to go do it on the road and against a conference opponent.
We'll talk about Western just a minute. I want to ask you about Kincaid and his thought. I didn't see the entire game, but he was 15 of 23. Where is he at compared to, I know he had to make some strides from earlier in the season, but what did you
Yeah.
think of his performance?
I thought he played a solid game. There was a couple maybe he'd like to have back, but very efficient. We got him going in the run game with his legs, and I think he rushed for over 70 yards. So that was big for us. And that's kind of what he does. He'll make some throws, he'll get some opportunities. But the bottom line for Kincaid is we think he's a winner. We think that I think he's 11-3 in the last 2 years versus FCS opponents. So, he's our guy, and we need him to continue to play well.
Yeah, you had mentioned maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago about you're missing some of your receivers. I believe Kingsley was back too. So when you have all those receivers and Patrick Smith is running too, and that obviously has to help Kincaid, but it has to help the whole offense to have so many options.
No, you're absolutely right. Rucker didn't practice all week. Tank didn't practice for about 2 weeks. They both were kind of game time decisions. So, they played, without, any practice reps, but they're veteran players and they did some good things. Helped us win the game. So hopefully we can get them back healthy this week. And I think that'd be very comforting for our offense, for Kincaid to have those guys in there.
So I know you just said a minute ago, every season's different. I realize this. So I'm just going to start this off. Western Illinois had lost 23 games in a row or whatever. Now they've won 2 in a row. They have their own streak going. They got a new coach, new players, all that. But what have you seen from them now to the shift they've made with this new coach and this new philosophy of their?
Yeah, absolutely. You think they've went and got them some quality players. Head coach, I mean, I thought he did a great job at Eastern Illinois last year, and you look at them offensively. I think they've averaged in the last 3 games close to 38 points a game. I think their quarterback does a good job. They get the ball out. They scheme you every week, and got some wideouts that can make some plays. And so I've been very impressed with them. Offensively, and we'll have to be ready to go with that. Defensively, there's some times in the game their scheme's a little unique. They limit big plays, and then try to play off their quality offense. So, anytime you go on the road, it's a different deal. You see that in college football this week, right, with Vanderbilt and Arkansas, and the different, when you play at home, there's a different comfort zone, and the opponent has to come in there and be ready to match that.
And you have played there once, is that correct, as head coach
No,
at
never
Western?
been
No.
there. No.
Okay. So what's it like, now you have a new conference team, or you've never, like last year there were some of those, but now you're going to a place you've never been before. So.
Yeah, no, there's some there's pros and cons of it for sure. Yeah, I think it was last year was our first year at Gardner Webb. We'd never been there before. So there's some excitement to it, some unknowns. if you handle it the right way, you kind of rally, you galvanize yourself. You've got, one task at hand, being in a new place that you haven't been before. So, that's kind of been the message so far this week.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Best luck on that first road trip to Macomb, and we'll talk to you again this week or next week.
Hey, thank you. Sorry about the delay, man. I'm sorry.